Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for coming back with us for a new year of Tuesday Newsdays. I'm excited to chat with you all. I'm excited to talk about a few updates that we just got earlier today, and more as the weeks go on. But first of all, I'd like to introduce our two guests. No stranger first is Jason Hardy, the RPG director. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Happy to be back.
Yeah. And August Hahn, who is a good friend of mine and also the lead developer, I believe, on the Kung Fu Panda RPG.
Yeah, I think so. That's probably up to Jason, but it's what I call myself.
You wrote the thing, so sure.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
I just got you a promotion live on the air.
Thank you so much, Rem.
Excited to talk about the Kung Fu Panda RPG with you guys today. But of course, the first thing we're going to do is some news. I've got some links for you first. So Battletech Aces, Scouring Sands. You guys know it's out now. Check out our first solo and co-op play system. Let me stall and see if Dave is doing links or if I'm doing links. I'll watch the chat to see. I don't see it, so I think it's on me. All right, copying, and pasting.
You're just doing everything, Rem. You know that.
That's multitasking. It's fine. All right, so that's for Aces. Explore one of the key battles of Operation Guerrero with Turning Points, Oliver. My voice cracked on that.
I thought you were hitting the R's really nicely.
At first I was like, man, that worked in my favor, but then it didn't. I'm barely getting the French ones down right now. I can't switch gears
right now. Rough.
Oh, Dave's got me now. Okay, cool. The next one is Mount Up Mech Warrior Shrapnel number 23 is out now. So get yourself some Battletech short stories in Shrapnel.
Awesome.
Deep dive into, you guys are good. Usually people don't kibitz with me and they just like let me talk for like 10 minutes and that's boring. I like the kibitzing. Dive deep into the Kestrel Grenadiers with Spotlight on Jade Warriors. So the link is dropping in chat. I haven't heard about that one, so that was fun for me to say. There's so many Battletech words that sometimes like I've been live when I have to say them the first time and I'm like, oh no, so bad. All right, for Shadowrun, we've got Malik Tom's latest Shadowrun novel with Lethal Knowledge. Malik Toms is a cool bean. He did Imposter. I like that book.
He has been at it for a long time and is an excellent writer.
Awesome.
Relive
one of the classic.
I met when I took on the job. I'm sorry.
What was that?
He was one of the first freelancers I met when I was getting into the job. I met him.
Oh, cool. Yay.
Sweet.
Oh, I'm glad he's been around so long. Relive one of the classic adventure series from Shadowrun First Edition with the remastered Harlequin adventure.
I've been looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's on the web store. You can get it now.
Well, okay. Well, this has been great. I'm out.
Step into Shadowrun missions with the Red Pill and join this awesome campaign. So that's our newest mission. I think of them as episodes. Mission. I guess it's just a mission.
It is the latest mission. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Explore magic in a new way with the latest Shadowrun release, Deus Ex Arcana, which I had RJ on. Was it you too, Jason? Who did I have on? Oh, it was Ian, to talk about all of the AR stuff you can now read in the book for Risks and Rewards, Deus Ex Arcana, and the books moving forward, I believe, right?
Yep, there'll be continued content for the stuff.
Cool. So if you download the free Halo app and then go to sixthworldsecrets.com, you can get the product code for your product and then read the book in AR as well and get extra bonus information from the art.
Cool.
Catalyst General. Defend the Valley of Peace and the all new, I said all nung, all new Kung Fu Panda, the role-playing game.
It is full of nung. It is all nung. All nung.
It's
all
so
the
much
time.
nung. So much nung.
So much nung. Now I want to mispronounce nunchucks for. So we'll be talking about that today, but you can get your digital copy in the Catalyst store now. You can also get your copy of Guardians of the Four Winds, which is a Quincy's Tavern game, and enjoy some relaxed strategy. I really like this one because it's a little bit of Seasons of Arcadia. Like, it's very easy gameplay, but like intense on the strategy. So like Seasons of Arcadia, you've only got like, you can interact with your pieces and that of like one other player. And this is kind of the same, where like air affects fire, fire affects earth, or some I might be getting those wrong. But so on, but you're trying to build out these like patterns, but the other people can throw off your pattern based on how they can play and stuff. So it's easy to learn, but deep in strategy, which I really like. And it looks like a really cute book to put on your shelf.
It does.
Yeah. Don't forget to sign up for the My Hero Academia crowdfunding campaign. We're getting ever and ever closer to launching a Kickstarter for that. And then join the Catalyst Game Labs Discord to find fellow gamers for Battletech, Shadowrun, and more. I should have brought a water in here. I'm real dumb. New year, new tech issues.
Always something.
Always something. All right, so some other things I want to share with you guys with the new year is we just had our first directors meeting of the year, and we have decided on most of the conventions that we're going to this year. There's a couple that I'm going to caveat, like that we've been to before, or thinking of going to, or thinking of not going to. So they're a little undecided as of yet, but should be decided pretty shortly. So I'll touch on those because I know I'm going to get questions about them. But our first show will be Gamma, which is a trade show for retailers, and really great show if you are in the Louisville, Kentucky area. Next year it's going to be in Baltimore, but this is the last year it'll be in Louisville. And it's really great. Like, the industry goes there. There's a lot of seminars, a lot of networking to happen. It's a good show.
I love it. Gamma is great.
Yeah. Adepticon is March 25th through 29th. So we will be supporting that one. ACD Games Day is another trade show. That one's, I'm going to get a little out of order on dates probably because I don't think those have been curated finally yet. But that's another trade show in Madison, Wisconsin. One of the ones that we may or may not be doing, we're still getting the pitch together and seeing if we can pull it off, is UK Games Expo. And along with that, if we end up doing UK Games Expo, we will probably also do Asmodee Distributor Show and Asmodee Nordics in Denmark, because they're right like surrounding UK Games Expo. So if we're going to one, we might as well go to the others. So 2 trade shows and UK Games Expo, which we love. And we should have a decision by next week-ish on that one. Origins, we're going to go to. So excited for that. That's in June 17th to the 21st. Another maybe is Astra. Astra is a trade show as well in Milwaukee, June 5th through 8th. That one's a maybe depending on if some of our releases have come out that are relevant to Astra by then. VidCon is a maybe as well because of our partnership with Quincy of Quincy's Tavern. It's a really big show apparently in Anaheim and growing every year. And so our support of Quincy may merit us having some kind of presence there. So we're doing a pitch for that one. Gen Con, of course, July 30th through August 2nd. We all brought up that one because no one in the director's call can resist because they're a bunch of nerds. They're like, should we do Gen Con? Nah, I don't know if we really need to go to that show anymore.
We'll give it one more year, see if it turns around.
Yeah, one more year.
It's so tiny. It's so tiny.
Not even worth it. So we love our Gen Con. We'll be there. Nova Open is looking like that's going to happen September 2nd through the 6th. Alliance Open House is another trade show in Fort Wayne. That's in September, but I don't have final dates for that yet. Essen is a yes at this point. A couple of maybes in a row here. Gamehole Con in Madison, Wisconsin. That's RPG focused con. It's one of my favorite shows of the year. And Jason and I usually go to that one.
I feel confident in my ability to make something happen there.
Yay! So it's currently highlighted yellow, hopefully green soon.
We'll get it green.
PAX Australia is a yellow right now, so taking a look at costs and timing and everything like that. And then PAX Unplugged is December 4th through 6th, so we'll be doing that one again. And Universal Retailers Summit, which is a trade show in Montreal, September 12th through 14th. That's the one I thought was probably going to be out of place. So we are looking into a couple other ones. We may be expanding into anime conventions because of My Hero Academia launching sometime this year or next, whenever the Kickstarter's done and fulfilled and everything. So whenever that comes to retail, we may do that. So we'll probably do some walkthroughs at anime conventions this year is my guess, but not have like a booth yet, so that we can decide where the best place to be is. So that's our con schedule. Busy as always. In terms of updates as well, we didn't get time, so I wasn't able to hear from Paul during the meeting on where the release schedule stands and if it's final yet, but I did put a couple of the old dates. I pinged him with some of those to ask, like, hey, do we know like when the actual release dates for some of this stuff is? I don't have those yet, but just for you guys, I will say that I know they mentioned during the call that the Gothic salvage boxes are back. They're at the warehouse, so they should be getting online pretty soon and into distro. And then the Karita force packs. So nice. I know we have 2 of those that are releasing soon. So those are coming. I don't have an exact date yet, but they're either arrived or about to arrive. It was fuzzy because it was like some kind of general statement like Karita's okay, you know, all that kind of stuff where it's like, okay, well, does okay mean that it's here? But so I should have updates for you guys soon on those. The other thing, I'm not sure if he released it yet. Little spicy here. So you guys know how Randall sometimes posts things on his social media pages, and you lovely folks find the tiny little thing in the background that we haven't announced yet. So he's done that to me a lot. Well, I was wanted to tease him because he gave me some photos of the new BFM, and he gave me some of those to post to the Kappas so that they could see them first. And he was gonna post them to his Instagram like a week later. I'm not sure if he has, so I thought it'd be funny to release them early, but I didn't have time to do it for this. So. But that's how we play sometimes. So those should be coming out soon if they're not already. You can check Randall's Instagram and see if he's posted it already or not. If not, we'll get those out soon. What else we got? That's my battletech news. Leviathans is going to come to retail this year. So we're thinking about how we want to do some partnerships and marketing for that. I know this has come up in the past, so I'll mention it again so that you guys can hold me accountable. I know we've been asked before several times if we could do something on, I forget what the name of it is, but they're like battleships in or around the Philadelphia area. And so like playing Leviathans as an event on the battleship, whether we get it, like whatever we're going to do, if we're just going to record a game there, if we're going to like make it an event for people to come play with us or something on a battleship. But it would be really cool to be able to do that if it's viable financially. So I'm going to be looking at the options and do a pitch on that if we can make that happen. So lots of cool stuff for Levs coming. We do have a lot of Levs releases for this year too. Once once we go to retail. So there's going to be like all of the stuff that was from the Kickstarter will release to retail, but there's also like stuff releasing every month or every other month or something for like new stuff is what I believe. Then I've got board games. So board game division, we have Shadowrun Takedown is at the warehouse, ready to fulfill, but can't fulfill until after Mercenaries Wave 4, which is a little frustrating, has been delayed because Levs has some giant retail orders, and I think they've been having some staffing issues or something, but that hasn't moved. It could also be the holidays, I don't know. But they need to get those last couple of retailer orders out the door for Leviathans. Then they pull everything off the floor, set up for Mercenaries Wave 4 and 5, get that fulfilled, pull all that off the floor, and then they'll be doing Shadowrun Takedown. So I don't have an exact date for that, and especially with some of the delays that have happened, even if I did, I'd feel a little like, hey, it could be this, but maybe not. So I'll keep you updated as I learn more.
Okay.
And then another one I'm excited about, this is another one, I don't know if it's at the warehouse yet. Jason, maybe you remember from the meeting, but Kung Fu Panda Street Food Showdown.
I believe that is about to hit the warehouse. Yeah.
Okay. I think you're right. I think because it was going to hit PSI and then needs to move to platforms for our online store.
To platforms.
Yeah. So within the next couple of weeks, we should be seeing Street Food Showdown. So we have more Kung Fu Panda goodness.
Yay!
Coming to the store. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a card game. I haven't gotten to play this one yet. Do you know what it's about, Jason?
No, I haven't played this one either, so I can't.
Okay.
Comment knowledge.
Usually whenever we get together, we play test the games together, but this one's
yeah, but I guess Mike had this one done enough that he didn't need my input.
Maybe. And then finally, just giving you guys a little glimpse into, and I can do this more over the next couple weeks, but a little glimpse into the marketing side of things for the next year. My focus is going to be content. So like all social medias are set up and happening. We have these community spaces. There's some things that I'd like to expand on for social media marketing and email marketing that I can get into at some point. But I really want to be able to use this channel to do more than Tuesday Newsday and post the like con videos and stuff. I'd like to do like interviews and actual plays and invite like content creators on and stuff like that and do more. So I'm going to try to do more of that. I just need to get it all balanced. I still don't know if the correct answer is like Miniature Monday and Shadowrun Tuesday and Board Game Wednesday. I don't know, and I don't know what the availability of people are going to be as I start to get these shows produced. So it might be a little all over the place, at least for a while. Not sure. But that's the plan for this year. So I'm kind of excited for that. Okay. I'm tired of talking, guys.
Well, we're not tired of hearing you.
Good. So go ahead and I'd love to hear a little from you both about the process of like, I guess, Jason, starting with you with how did we get this license and what was this what was your vision for this all the way to, August writing and developing and Dice Core and everything else?
Sure. Let me first give a few other RPG updates since I'm here, and I like to talk about RPGs. Just so everyone's got it on the calendar, we should get the new Shadowrun book, Mean Streets, coming to you this month, and then Asphalt Jungles coming in March. So Mean Streets will be very street level look. I know I wrote some fun stuff just about what is life on the streets mean? How do you survive on the streets? What do you get from the streets and all that? So it's going to be a fun book. And then Asphalt Jungles is a campaign book to accompany it. So those should be coming in the next few months. And then just before I came here, I got exciting news about the Voltron RPG. The Voltron RPG character sheet is now live on Roll20. So I will be pushing that link out to Ramen, everyone, so that you can push it to the backers and everyone else. So people who have the PDF of Legendary Defender can start using the character sheet on Roll20. So that's is
awesome.
up and functional.
Neat.
So looking forward to that.
Cool.
Very cool.
But speaking of Voltron, that's kind of how we got into Kung Fu Panda, just that it was a blanket deal. We, every year we send someone to the licensing expo, which is a big thing that happens in Vegas, where people who are willing to license their properties say, hey, license our stuff. And then we talk with them and see what we can work out. And a number of years ago, the good people at NBC Universal were receptive to some of our pitches. So we got Voltron and we got Kung Fu Panda so that we can do products for them. Voltron was an obvious early candidate for an RPG because it just lent itself to that really well, to make the players be paladins. Kung Fu Panda was trickier. I wasn't sure if it would handle an RPG or not, but then I just kind of started thinking of, well, what if we did like a free RPG day version of it? If we did a quick, light, fun, and aimed at younger audiences RPG, and tried to think about what it could be. And we had the Dice Core rule set that we use for Voltron, that is also in Frostpunk role-playing game. And so I wanted to think about if there's a way to adapt it to make it really easy to play for young audiences. So I altered the rules a little bit, ran a play test with my daughter, and this was a number of years ago, so she was like 10 at the time. She immediately proclaimed it better than Dungeons and Dragons, so I knew I had a winner.
Yeah.
AC approved.
That's right. Sadly, we didn't get it done in time for Free RPG Day, because one of my learning experiences in this position is trying to make sure I build in enough time for approvals and everything, and figuring out how long approvals take. But anyway, we still wanted to make the game, and so we had the bare bones of the rules, but that's not enough to make an RPG book. So I needed a writer who would flesh out the rules and describe them and adapt them as necessary as he developed the vision for it, and then would write a campaign and the characters and all that. And so I talked to a number of people, but August's enthusiasm and knowledge of the Kung Fu Panda property stood out, and also the fact that I'd worked with him on Shadowrun before, and I know that he makes quality work. And so I asked him to do the writing for it and work over the rules as he wrote it, and he did a fantastic job. It's a really fun read, and he just captures the vibe of Kung Fu Panda and the Valley of Peace well throughout. So it's a really fun game. It's not long, it's not in-depth or complicated. You just read the rules quickly, and then you can get off and start having adventures really easily. But I've had fun every time I play it.
I feel like August is Poe in real life, so...
I mean, we played him when we did the Gen Con game, and he embodied him really well.
Yeah, we do have that stream. You can find that recording here on our channel for Kung Fu Panda actual play. And Jason's GMing, and August plays Poe, and we've got some celebs playing along too, Quincy and Thorneye.
Both of whom did a fantastic job.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch. Like between the puns and food, like that was August, and like just genuinely like happy to be there.
Yes, very much.
Peace through violence.
Peace through violence.
So really great actual play for you guys to watch. Now I don't know, I'm feeling Sherry today. So August, when I met you, was it Gamma?
It was Gamma.
It was Gamma. And we were at the hotel waiting for you, but I didn't know what you looked like. So I remember anytime someone would walk in, I'd go, August, September, October.
Just keep going through the months.
But finally, getting to hang out and play with you, your love for Shadowrun and the games that we have. And you play Battletech too, right?
I do.
Yeah. I thought I've seen your posts about it. So, so what was it like for you? I guess, you've written for Shadowrun, you've written for a lot of game systems. Why Kung Fu Panda?
Okay, well, one, I simply love the property. I love Poe. I love his dad. I love the storyline. Anything that's got anthropomorphic animals, I'm going to look at. And then Jack Black's voice, and all the other amazing voice actors that do the show, was always attracted to it. And then when at a writers meeting at Gen Con, as a matter of fact, when Jason approached me to write it, I kind of looked around at all these vastly more established writers, and I was like, oh, is he talking to somebody behind me? And no, it was actually me. And so I said yes immediately. I thought about hugging him. I thought it might be awkward. So I just said yes, and we moved on from there.
Oh, in real life.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now Kung Fu Panda RPG is using our dice core system. We have talked about dice core a few times on the show, but for anyone that's new, can we get a brief description of what it is, and then a more in-depth of how did you incorporate that into the Kung Fu Panda world?
Okay, so in a nutshell, basically, dice core is stat plus skill plus possibly a boon or feat die. So you roll 3 dice usually whenever you want to do anything in the game. It's super simple to learn. It's very easy. Everybody knows the dice anyway, so the idea of combining a stat with a skill, that's also pretty standard. What Dice Core does is make it so streamlined that the rules are excellent, but also kind of invisible. So you just go. When Jason ran the exhibition game, the quick game there at Gen Con, he was doing a fantastic job, because basically he just gave us the situation, we reacted to it. It was super easy to use Dice Core to find out what we needed to roll for it, and then we just went. It was pure role playing, which is what I love in a rule set.
That's awesome. Anything to add, Jason?
Yeah, the biggest difference between like main Dice Core and I forget what we called it, Dice Core Basic or Dice Core Essentials. One day I'll remember. But whichever version we called it that we used for Kung Fu Panda is in like Voltron Dice Core, you add up the dice. In Kung Fu Panda, you just take the highest one that you rolled.
Oh, okay.
So that makes it easier for kids. Instead of having to try to add up 3 numbers in their head, they can just pick the highest number and they know what they've got. The math works out a little differently, but for the purpose of what we wanted to do for this role-playing game, it worked out well enough that it can still be fun. And the key, though, of any Dice Core games are the upgrades and downgrades. You always get situational modifiers or other modifiers where, maybe you're stuck in the mud when you're trying to do a Kung Fu kick, so you get a downgrade, so maybe a D6 becomes a D4. Or maybe you planned ahead and had a good bowl of noodles before you do it, so you get an upgrade and your D6 becomes a D8. And you can make all those calls on the fly as a GM. There's certain rules for them for when an upgrade and downgrade should be given, but you can also use it to give feedback to the players for when they're having extra difficulty or when they've made a really good decision and had some good strategy. You can instantly give them that upgrade or downgrade so they can have their actions reflected in their dice roll really quickly.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, it's like good feedback built into the rules. It's great.
And
without having to keep a modifier in your head.
Okay.
Right.
What characters can you play in Kung Fu Panda?
So in the core book, we've got Poe.
Yep.
Of course, we've got each member of the Furious Five. We've got Master Shifu. We've got Master Oogway. And we've got both of Poe's fathers, his adopted father and his biological father.
Yep.
And then we have some enemies. So we've got bandits and
we got Wing Chun. We've got basically, if it was a major villain in either the first movie or the immediate sequels, you're probably going to see him there.
Yeah, I think we had to cut it back to just the tiger as the villain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of franchise approvals I had to go through.
So speaking of franchise approvals, what has been NBC Universal's feedback for the RPG? Like, do they want more? Are they what are they looking for, I guess, and how are they feeling?
It's difficult to tell sometimes with the feedback you're getting. So, and every franchise you get is different. Sometimes they're just there to ruthlessly make sure, and I say this in the nicest way, make sure that you are in line with canon, that you are not violating their vision, which is their job, and that's exactly
Right.
what they should be doing. But that doesn't always come back in terms of, also, we like this. They just tell you what was wrong, and then you fix it. And whether they liked it or not, we'll find out. But no, they approved it enough to let us do it. And so I think we'll see how it goes as it moves forward, if they want more or not. I mean, I'm sure some of that's up to us. If we decide that it could use a supplement, then I don't think it would be difficult to pitch it to them and get more.
Okay. I usually do questions at the end, but I saw it pop up and I should have asked. Is there any custom character creation in?
No, I could not get that in this. That was one thing that, and again, it's interesting to look at the differences between franchises. That was one where they said, no, you're going to do characters that are established in the movies, and they did not want a custom character creation section.
And it's a very small booklet too, because think like we were originally just going to do Free RPG Day, which is teeny tiny, and then expanding on that into something a little larger, but still it's for PDF only because it's just not big enough to.
Yeah, the original plan was to do a 24-page booklet for Free RPG Day, and then about a 48-page for the full version. But since we didn't do the Free RPG, we just did the 48.
Okay.
Or 40 or whatever it ended up being.
Awesome. Anything else that you want to go over for it before I switch over to Q&A?
Well, I would like to mention it's a very good question about custom characters for it. One of the great things, again, I think about Dice Core is that it's not hard to do custom anything. Mm-hmm. While the book, obviously for approvals reasons, can't have custom creation rules, it's the kind of thing that any GM who wants to could easily set up.
Yeah.
And just one thing I want to give credit to the franchise people who reviewed it and approved is they were really good at making sure we stayed on the crucial themes of Kung Fu Panda, that we were emphasizing that the Valley of Peace should be a place for people to come together, that Kung Fu should be about the growth of the people involved and finding inner peace. And so I think it's a fun balance of that. Yeah, there's butt-kicking action, but in the end, you're trying to build a good community and trying to be the best, self that you can be. And if that best self is full of noodles, then great. Go get those noodles, kick some butt, and then spread peace in the valley.
Through violence. Absolutely. Yes.
Awesome. All right, let me jump over to some Q&A. If you guys have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat, and we'll get them over to our guests, or I'll answer what I can. Hahn asks, for Jason, what about going to VoltCon?
I need to look at the dates of that. I know that's, I think, late September, early October, last time I checked. So I'd need to see how that works with Gamehole and possibly PAX Australia.
I know also, like, some of these shows are very small. And so there's some we were talking about too that, like, if we just want to go and like represent Catalyst as one of us, that's fine. It just may not merit a like booth or full demo team or anything like that. So
yeah, and VoltCon does have the advantage of being easy to get to for me, so I could, if it works out, I could maybe just run down and run a couple games for a day or something like that.
Cool. Awesome. I mean, it also depends on like the Kickstarter fulfillment and stuff, because like if we don't have it there because it's not done yet,
I mean, it better be out by VoltCon or I'll be very mad.
Indeed.
Jason. Peace through violence, if that's
right. You'll find out, because I'm very
question for me from Agents. How is that direct to retail thing coming along? So in December, I think it was, time is weird, we launched a new earlier in 2025 we launched a new web store, like the interface thing, and some of the behind the scenes stuff. And then a second part of that was we launched or moved our retail to a new warehouse. So all of that, aside from shipping trucks and trucks of material, you also, like, when changing the system and how like those integrate with the website in the back end, you want to make sure that things don't break. So like the first thing we launched in December was like 110 or something like that of our top SKUs, just to make sure that like if something breaks, we don't have to look through thousands of line items of stuff. So that went decently well. So now we're going to be slowly adding more and more and more. But once that web store is fully operational, we do still have the bones put together and ready for smoke test for a direct to retail. But until we have everything functioning for consumers like we need to, that's our priority. So it's still coming. I just don't have a solid date for you yet on when.
Okay.
Kickstarter question, update on EU and international Levs Kickstarter fulfillment. I do have those meetings on Wednesday, so this will be the first one of the year, will be tomorrow, to check on where the shipments are they unpacked, have we gotten the quotes that we needed to apply to backers for shipping, to then get backers to pay, to then send to the hub to fulfill. So I should be able to get a better update for tomorrow, and then if it's enough info, I can do a backer update, but if not, I'll give you like a little sentence next week or something about like, still in progress or whatever. But I'm hoping that we get some concrete stuff for you at tomorrow's meeting. So especially with Chinese New Year coming up, because that's going to shut down everything over there. When are the new Karidan boxes releasing? I'm not sure. I mentioned at the beginning that the word is they're either like almost to the warehouse or at the warehouse, one of those two things. So they're quote good. But part of the problem is that our release dates with our warehouse, there's only 2 a month usually, and sometimes there's 1 a month. So like they need the info by a certain date in order to release on one of those, January release dates. So I would assume at this point that like January, the first one in January is too late. Does that mean we can make the second one in January or February? I'm not sure. I don't have those dates yet, but like I said earlier too, I haven't gotten to go through if we have the new release schedule finalized or not, and until I have that, I don't have solid dates. All right, cool. What else do we have? Oh, I got a question about January fiction. It did not get up yet, so I don't have links for you, but we're hoping for next week.
Cool.
Let me scroll through. Any other questions? Might be a light question day. I've been off for 3 weeks. You guys got to make me work. Okay, those were all Dave's links. Thank you. I got my coffee. Oh, what if any PAXs this year? PAX Unplugged is the only one. PAX East has been getting too small the past several years, and last year's PAX West has been dropping off as well. The only one that's been growing is PAX Unplugged. Oh, and potentially PAX Australia too. We just need to do all the money balancing for that because there's so much to do for that. Oh, Darren Wheeler says it was good to have Jason at PAX Australia this year.
It was fun. It was very interesting. I mean, long way to go, but it was really fun to be down there and just meet a lot of cool people. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Chris Merwin says would love to see either MomoCon or DragonCon. I know we've done DragonCon before and it wasn't great for us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to get into the queue to get to become a vendor there.
Yeah.
So it's a process.
Momo, I've heard wonderful things about. It would be great. but keeping in mind that like once we have My Hero, like some of these shows, like the audience just doesn't fit us. Like we've done walkthroughs at San Diego Comic-Con, and it is a great show for networking and seeing, you know, who's there and partnerships and ideas and all kinds of stuff. But it's not really like battletech shadowrun community. Kung Fu Panda maybe have a little more place there or be a little bit more on brand, but I think until we have My Hero, we don't have something that really fits. So some of it is picking and choosing, you know, where we belong because of our catalog. So what else we got? Don't see a location for VoltCon. Where and when does it take place? We'll have to research more of that. Free fiction I talked about. Yes, I got my coffee and it is life. I did see Michael Chandra posted when you were talking about mean streets. Why can't we have nice streets for once?
The sick world, you know how it be. You walk those streets, they're not kind.
What else? See if there's anything else coming in. Lorcan, thank you for dropping the actual play.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, that Grom said they got a print copy of Kung Fu Panda because they had friends that went to Gamehole, because we do have some copies that we've been taking to
I made a small print
right?
run. We can't send it to distribution because the costs don't work out, but if making a print run to take to cons I can do. So we had it at Gen Con, Gamehole, and PAX Unplugged. And I'll keep doing that until I run out of copies, and then maybe I'll make some more.
Cool. Sightcath asked if it's too early to ask about the international hub situation. I need to set up, I'm actually going to write down, I need to set up a meeting with Ross, because I know that he's kind of been our liaison with some of the international distro, but I know nothing about any of that. So I know it's still a goal and conversations and secret handshakes are happening, but I don't know details. But it's been a while since I've even gotten an update, so I'll make a meeting with Ross and see if there's anything that I can get and share. I know that we did push for universal retailer distribution show, because that's in Canada and it's the one we go to in Canada, and we know that there's been a downward trend on international travel lately to the US from retailers, so we definitely want to like make space for them and make sure that they see what's coming. So what about the Elysian Lancers Command Lance Force Pack for Barnes and Noble? I think that went to BNN in like October or November, if I'm not mistaken. If that's the case, then 6 months later it will come to the rest of retail. If it's not there yet, again, once it's on the release schedule, so once I get a final one that is correct, I can answer that a little bit better. Free fiction. Dave said he should have links before the end of the show. Thanks to the bear for that. So they're scrambling behind the scenes to get you guys some free fiction. The free fiction is already up on the CGL store website, according to Turbo Turtle. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure what's happening behind the scenes. I don't really watch Discord while we're streaming, because they have like 5 other windows up. Please come to MomoCon. I definitely think that, you know, we want to do cons in the South as well. It's just a matter again of size and the right fan base. So I think that's, I know one of the things that we talked about in director's meeting is like, if there's shows that we want to do walkthroughs of, like we're happy to do that. We do a few every year, and so we can like walk through and see like, is there a good space for battletech, for shadowrun, for us and our fans. Sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes it's no, sometimes it's not yet. And that is something too, like I will say, like for anyone that's hearing the content creator piece, I do get a lot of requests for like being reviewers and stuff like that. But like we got to pick between like the ones that have 500 followers and the ones that have 50,000 followers sometimes. So when we only have 12 copies to give out. Like I hold on to them and I check them periodically and see how the audiences are growing, because if they're hitting it, or even if you don't have the followers and you're getting the views though, I do look at all of that. So but same thing for cons, like it's just got to be worth the expense of shipping all that stuff, shipping people there, getting set up, and hotels and everything. Our salvage box is going to be available in stores again. Yes, they are being reprinted. I'm not sure where they are in reprints, but that's something we can find out. And again, we'll be on the release schedule when it comes. I feel like that's my cop-out answer for everything is I need a release schedule. Will the rest of the SKUs be going up on the CGL web store soon? I don't know what the plan is for release now for like if they're planning on doing 100 a month or whatever they're doing. I think more trucks need to move too. Yeah, but I'm not sure is the answer. So I definitely want to get followed up on that, but once I have news, I'll let you know. XP Network XP in Tuesday Newsday. So that is something, I don't know. Hey, Hymont, if you're still listening, I would like to start setting up Tuesday Newsday in XP Network every week so that you guys can click and get XP for coming to these two. Would love to do that. Just need to schedule that into the time to do it and copy and paste those events. So I'd like to get more done too, and especially as we get, like, I have all the PAX videos that I need to edit. I'm behind on that, but maybe like as I release each one of those, I can do something for XP for you guys to reward watching those.
That would be cool.
Yeah. Did you see the documentary on Amazon Prime called The Hobby Tales from the Tabletop? Did you guys see that?
Did not, no. Is it good?
No.
The documentary is relevant to the subject matter. I bet. I don't have access to Prime because Canada has different Prime access, and so I stopped using it. So if you guys see it and like it, let me know.
I'll see if I can find it.
Awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything else that you guys want to share? August, any projects you're working on that you want to hype for that are coming out soon?
Well, yeah, absolutely. I am also working with a company called Home Guard Press. They do the Lone Wolf Choose Your Own Adventure books. And I'm currently writing a new book for them. I am heading up the development group for a 12-book series from them. And also, I just basically schlep for them, just whatever they need. Write a bit of copy here, help with the catalog there. They keep me pretty busy. And yeah, I've got those books coming out, and I'll happily mention to you when they're available.
Awesome.
Yep.
Jason, anything from you?
Well, we got the Voltron or Frostpunk book. We'll be moving more and more towards backers and then towards the general public, so looking forward to that.
Sweet.
One thing for me to do this month, though, is I need to write up the Wizard Riders Quick Start rules, so that can be part of Free RPG Day this year.
Yay!
Nice.
Really looking forward to that, because that's just such a gonzo setting, and it's always fun to write in, so I will continue
Heck yeah.
working on that. And then Metamorphosis Alpha is starting to move forward with a good team of writers, so 50th anniversary of that RPG this year, so we'll get a new edition out.
That's going to be amazing.
For those just joining us, what is Metamorphosis Alpha and Wizard Riders?
So Wizard Riders is a dying Earth type setting, so you go all the way to the end of the Earth's existence when the sun is starting to fade out, and so you're way far into the future. So that means we can do anything we want. Aliens could have come to the Earth and visited and left, and have remnants of weird technology. And there can be magic. There can be anything we want to put into this weird setting. And since it was designed by our beloved layout and design person and overall good guy Matt here, it's got all sorts of crazy things and motorcycles because he loves motorcycles. So you would play someone, a wizard, on a motorcycle in a post-apocalyptic, post-everything future, riding around, slinging spells, and encountering weirdness.
Awesome.
So it's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Metamorphosis Alpha was an RPG that TSR came out with in, as I said, 50 years ago, so 76. It is set on a generational spaceship, so it is 17 levels high. Each level is like 8 miles by 20 miles, so has its own biome and everything, and plenty of area to explore. And there was a little bit of a hull breach, so you got radiation seeping in and making mutants out of some of the passengers. So you've got places to explore, mutants to encounter, a whole city on one level to deal with, and it's gonna be fun.
Awesome. And yeah, you said it's the 50th anniversary?
Yep.
That's awesome. So one of the originals getting a new facelift and relaunched with us, so that's really exciting. The only thing I have for you guys too, I'll start plugging this when I do it. Once a month, I do a stream with the R vocalists. I met them through John Helfers, actually. Greg Wilson, who is narrating one of our audiobooks as well. Zach Clay, AP, I can't pronounce his last name because he's Indian, and Indy, who is a streamer that does a lot of Pokemon Go Pokemon trading card game and stuff like that. We all get together and we voice act a text-based video game. So we've been doing Citizen Sleeper 2, so some nice cyberpunk. But we do that one Tuesday a month from 9 to midnight Eastern. So we'll be doing that on twitch.tv/Arvin Elleron. So I'll drop that link in the chat if you guys are interested.
Sounds excellent.
Do you guys have anything else?
I don't think so.
No, the only couple of things that I could mention, I am NDA'd on. So about the best I can say is that I am doing some voice acting for an upcoming AA video game, and that's literally the most I can say.
Cool. Keep me posted when you can.
Absolutely, I'll let you guys know.
Awesome. That's exciting. I did see a last minute question about the status of audiobooks. I don't know the status of the battletech ones because that comes from a different company, but I do have the shadowrun ones, and we have one releasing every other month this year. I believe February is A Kiss to Die For, and I'll be the female narrator for that. So I'm pretty excited.
That's awesome, Rem.
I'm a little bummed because it's like a very Japanese character, and I try to cast based on ethnicity, but we lost the actress and we had to get this delivered. So I was like, guess I'm recording an audiobook. But excited to share that with you guys when it comes out.
Well, thank you. That's gonna be great.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being here, and thank you all for being here as well. I don't know who our guest is yet for next week, so keep watching socials and our channel to see who our special guest is, but we'll see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Take care, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.